Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming. And welcome to what is going to be the final episode of Prison Architect. Quite simply, I've gone about as far as I want to in this game. So when we left off, we had built this, our death row section. We had built our electric chair. We did an execution. And off screen, I just spent some money to build. I just built another giant cell block with a common room. You can see there's really nothing too exciting here. It's just a big common room. It's the same thing we've already built. Over here I did a maximum security yard. Again, same thing we built before. A standard cell block with a shower. Kind of condensed everything in so it's all together so they don't travel. But other than that, everything I'm doing up here with the rest of the prison I'm building is just the same thing that I've done down here. Just over and over and over again. And I don't feel like there's a lot more for me to unlock in the game. If we look at... where is it here? If we look at bureaucracy, I've unlocked pretty much everything here. The only thing we haven't is an offshore tax haven to save some money and some legal prep in case we had an execution we didn't follow through right or something like that. But beyond that, I've unlocked everything in bureaucracy, so I've kind of unlocked everything I can. And barring, here we'll get the prison to get up, speed it up to get us to daytime. Barring something like a major escape, which I don't think would happen with the number of guards I have patrolling. I might get, a couple prisoners every once in a while are going to escape, but nothing major. I have so much money in the bank that if I did sell this prison, for example, I could sell this prison for $1 million, and I could take that with me and build the same prison again, I guess, or I could try to build an all-inside prison, but again, I think I would just be doing the same things I've done already. And I'm also, at this point, not having a lot of fun because the game isn't making it fun long-term. So, one example, we had those executions, the execution we did. Every other execution that's happened is just me pushing like 4 buttons and watching a sprite, a morbid execution just happen on screen, right? This game, there's a lot of parts of it, if you haven't been able to tell while I've been playing, that just from a theme standpoint, I haven't really been enjoying 100%. And I'll tell you why that is. This does not have the fun theme that something like a theme hospital would have, right? Or the more I think about it, something like 2 Point Hospital, which just came out, or any of those Maxis type games, Roller Coaster Tycoon, any of those games, they have a whimsy to them that can take content that would be very rough to do from a theme standpoint and make it fun. Like, how would you make prison fun? I don't know. Examples, I'll show just so everybody can see. I also made an extra yard up here and everything. So exciting. I just built another yard and I built some fences. But an example, I think, in Prison Architect, the first time I played it, I had a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. The very first time I played through Prison Architect. This time around, with the theme just not having the fun to it, criminals are in here for actual crimes. They're in here for, theft and murder and burglary, which is theft again, traffic violations, you name it. There's all kinds of prisoners in here. The problem is that I would rather that there were criminals in here for, distrusting the media, fighting the government, whatever you want to come up with. Those are pretty bad crimes, actually, but not to distrusting the media is a crime. Don't trust the media, kids. But fun crimes, fake theme crimes that would be fun. like even the execution, it's so heavy when that happens. You're watching this slow thing play out. I've done it multiple times now, where you're waiting for the priest to show up, then they walk over to the electric chair. It's not a fun theme. It's not like, if it was a comical version of that, where maybe they took a guy over to the electric chair, but it wasn't an electric chair. It was a gateway that like went down to heck, and maybe that gateway opened up and a devil came out and would grab the guy and pull him through. I don't know. Like that's just an example of something that for me would be more fun. Oh, here's that just giant. Everyone's going to breakfast. It all goes wrong here. But we have all these. And we'll catch some contraband. Everyone's going to the shower. We do have all the detectors. But anyways, and again, I just wish the theme was more happy-go-lucky and fun, and it was a comedy prison game as opposed to this almost realistic prison game, which has just kind of sucked the fun out of it for me. That, and then again here in this mode, because I don't have it set up so that random things can happen to the prison, like disasters or whatever, I just feel like I've solved the game, right? Like I'm making tons of money. The prison's been over 134 days. I can make more money by putting more prisoners in, which then I would hire more guards for, which then I would need more money, so I would build more cells to get more prisoners, so I could hire more guards. Like that literally is all I'm really doing at this point, is that same loop. And again, I feel like I've quote unquote beaten the game, is what I guess I would say. So that's kind of where we're going to end with Prison Architect. It is not a bad game in any way, don't get me wrong. As far as simulation type games, it is well built. If you like the theme and you think the art, which the art style is great. I mean, this was a neat idea when it first came out for the art for it. If you like the art, if you like the theme of it, don't get me wrong. It is a very good simulation game, and it's fun to build. But once you get to a point like this, unless you're somebody who really wants to sell that prison and build a whole new one with like its own kind of design to it, which I just really don't feel like doing, the game gets to a point where it gets solved. I'd recommend playing with the disasters turned on. That's something I kind of wish maybe I had done instead. But again, right now I can just let the prison run at this point. I don't need to do anything, and it just makes money. And I feel like I've beaten this version of the game. So let's just take one last look at the prison. Down here we have... Oh, the prison broke. Why did my prison break? Somehow I broke my prison... Oh, I'm just so far south. Is that it? Did I go so far south in my prison somehow? Did I break something? This is new. This is new and exciting, actually. I went so far off the map somehow, I lost my prison. Okay, anyways. So again, we have our main intake. This is the only way in or out of the prison. Well, there's two ways in and out. There's that way down there that you can get in and out of the prison. And then there's this way that you can get in just for the executions when they happen. You come in. We again had all of our offices. We have the big office building here. We have our kennels. Up here we have our armory and our stations for all of our CCTV cameras, parole and visitation. Down here we have the mentally insane, which again is another mechanic that just didn't turn out to be fun. The laundry, the original prison cells that we built. Here was our holding cell, and then our original cell block we built, which is, I thought it was okay. Then our solitary confinement. We have our giant canteen. We have the medium security wing over here, and then the maximum security wing that we built. Again, a death is happening. I don't care. It's another random OD that, it's not exciting. It's not fun. It's not funny at this point either. Like, the comedy of it is lost on me right now. We had our death row, our green mile that we built. Great movie, by the way. If you've never seen The Green Mile, I highly recommend it. Not only is Tom Hanks amazing in that film, the other actor, oh my goodness, why can I not remember his name? He was so good in that film as well. And it's kind of upsetting. What was his name? Michael Clark Duncan. That's his name. Sorry. Michael Clark Duncan was amazing in that movie as well. The character he played, I just highly recommend if you've never seen it. Great film. But anyways, back to this. We had our Green Mile that we built down there. I have my Supermax up here, which doesn't work right because the game will send, even though it's not supposed to send visitors, it sends them on here anyways. And then down here, we have a new, I don't even remember. I think this was minimum security that I built, maybe. Yeah, a minimum security prison that I built up here. Again, it's just cells. That's all it is, just cell blocks at this point. So I did have, fun getting here, but I've gotten to the point where the last couple hours I've played the game, I'm done. It's been fun getting here, but I'm done with this game. So, again, I recommend it if you're into prison simulations. If you like the theme, you like the art, it's something that calls out to you. Play the game, turn on disasters, have fun with it. But this has been our second play of Prison Architect, and this was the new expansion, the Island expansion, which, I'll be honest, didn't add much from the original, in my opinion. All right, folks, that's where we're going to wrap up for Prison Architect. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like coming along with me. Sorry this final video is kind of a downer. Don't get me wrong, the game's not awful. I am just at the point where I feel like I've solved the game and there's not much more to do. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. Please tell your friends. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we hope to see you soon.